All right, welcome to another session here where we have cold calls that we'll be doing this morning here in our real estate business. Hopefully you get a lot of value out of this as we're going to be making calls. Not me here in this camera here, but not in the other one either. It's not me versus me. It's me versus any other agent that wants to show up here and make some cold calls to the area to see whether or not, hey, folks are out there making some moves. We are diligent. We're looking to not only find out who's looking to sell, but we are also looking to see who else is out there trying to sell a property but have yet to jump the ship in a sense and get themselves out there. And not only that, but we're also servicing our own clients, making sure that every single property that can be looked at is looked at. Oftentimes, folks are hesitant to call a realtor to sell their property, but once they talk to one of us who are licensed brokers in the state of Illinois, we will, as well have the opportunity to talk with them and have this chance to get to, basically know them and see if they're looking to sell their property as well, off market even. So that's one of the services that we provide here, is that we are looking to see who can do this with us as well. Okay, so we're gonna join here with Mauricio Lopez, is getting himself set up here. He is, getting ready to join us here in this game. He's pumped up, ready to go with his muscles and his tattoos. I am intimidated. What's up, Mauricio?
What's up, Lewis?
Hey,
Good morning, man.
Good morning.
Sorry for the delay. I was wrapping up a quick call that I had to do with one of my clients. Things always come up, man. That's the beauty of real estate, right?
Absolutely.
Things always come up. You have to always be prepared. But we made the adjustment and now we're ready to roll. So
For sure.
I'm here. Let's get started, man. How are you?
Oh man, I'm doing good this morning. Just catching up on some paperwork here, doing some deals, making sure they're uploaded to the system, so that way I'm able to, get some commission checks coming in.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Very
that's what we
nice.
got going on here. So I'm happy that you're able to be here on the call. What we're going to be doing here is we're going to be making some cold calls or even some follow-up calls, as it is in my case. Like I was saying earlier, what we're doing here is reaching out to the community, not only to find out who is looking to, make a transaction happen, but we're also servicing our clients because, even if we're working with buyers, we're out there looking for properties for them as well, even if they're not on the market. So if someone's looking to sell, hey, we're right there for them. And if we are working with sellers, we're out there looking for buyers for them. So we do not shy away from this kind of work, do we, Marcio?
That's right, man. And it's a necessary part of the process, right?
Absolutely.
A lot of clients, especially first-time homebuyers, for example, they don't know much about what happens behind the scenes.
Okay.
And a lot of times there could be a lot of times where things may come up that they may not be aware of. So you want to make sure that you keep them in the loop, keep them involved in the process, and set the expectation so they know what to expect. And then same thing on the seller side, right? So for example, all of my clients, I take today to follow up with all of my sellers, tell them like how are the most recent appointments of the last week. What's the feedback we've been getting? Is there any new marketing strategy? Is there any sort of changes that we need to do based on the current condition? And we look at the comparables again to see if we're still on par. And then we make any necessary adjustments from there. So they're constantly aware of like where we are in the process and what needs to be adjusted, if anything.
Very good. I love that service you're providing to the clients because, oftentimes what happens is some realtors at least would put up a listing and then they would just run away with it, just collect listings and then just wait for someone to call. But it seems like you're telling me right now you're proactively, getting in front of your clients, keeping them involved, keeping them informed, and that's a great way to service your clients, man.
Yeah, you have to. You want to go above and beyond. You don't want to be just another commodity where once the transaction's done, they kind of forget about you, right? You want to set that expectation and the experience, making it unforgettable so that, whenever they have conversations, because this will happen, right? People have conversations all the time. They ask about, what's going on in your life, any life changes, and they'll say, hey, yeah, I just bought a house, or, oh, yeah, I just sold my house. This agent was great. He did X, Y, and Z, and he was able to help me with the process, and then they can highly recommend you. So that's been a big impact and a big reason for the growth in my business. A lot of the referral clients,
Yes.
But it comes down from the service, treating people the way you want to be treated and providing great service.
Absolutely. That's what they'll remember. Okay. Sounds good. So let's go ahead and save the world and, have them be exposed to an agent that can help them out with this. So what list are you going to be calling today, Marcio?
All right, so today I'm going to try to hit some of the more active, motivated sellers. So I'm going to call the most recent expireds in my area, as well as some of the for sale by owners that are in my area. So we'll see if that can generate. I have a feeling usually when I call this particular lead source, I get more conversations because you are reaching out to people that are motivated. They're ready to sell. They were ready to sell if their listing expired and something happened, right? So we want to try to get to the bottom of it, see what we can do, and see if we can set up an appointment to meet them in person. So
Wow.
I'm locked and loaded. I'm ready to roll. Who are you calling, Louis?
Okay, good. And we're going to have the scoreboard ready here, but I will be calling actually a list of mine. My rule here in my internal system, my own company, you could say, is I don't make any cold calls until I actually finish this week's follow-up list. So these are folks that I've already spoke with. They were telling me they were looking to make a move. So they're warmer leads than they are cold calls. We already warmed them up, but in a sense, we want to make sure to touch base with them. If I don't follow up with them on time, I should say, it's going to cost me. It's going to probably cost me a commission of a couple $1,000s. So I would not want to, get away from following up with these folks. What's the purpose of this anyway? We're here to collect leads, and if you can't maintain or attain to your leads while you have them in your database, what's the purpose of this? And one more thing, Mauricio, that I noticed here recently, I mean, it's not a great revelation, but it's a truth that we have to say. These leads in our database, in our computer, safely stored in our laptops, right? They don't really belong to us only exclusively. They're also the leads of someone else. Hey, Mauricio, I mean, the truth is maybe some name in my list in my computer is also in your computer or in someone else's computer.
You never know. Yeah, you never know.
So I mean, if I know it's yours, obviously I'm gonna give it to you, right? But at the same time, there are other realtors in your area that are looking for, and especially you, Mauricio, with your expired list. How many realtors do you think are gonna call these folks right now?
Oh, hundreds, man. Yeah, they get bombarded with phone calls. So it's a very different type of conversation that you have to have with some of these, because some of them may be tired of the phone calls and they might take it out on you. So it's a little bit more of the rejection, a little bit more like breaking the barrier and building more of a connection and conversation. So it's a little bit of a tougher audience. But to your point, Louis, you don't want that to happen, man. It's happened to me when I first started, right? I neglected my database. Unfortunately, when I went to follow up with some people, 6 months later, 9 months later, I got the worst line you want to hear.
What is it?
I already bought a house. I already bought a house.
Yes.
Somebody else helped me buy a house, right?
Right.
So, and it does come down to the follow-up. We did a great training. I think it was earlier this week where they talked about we're in the business of client management and data management, right? So you got to build your database, but you have to stay on top of your database. Especially with people that don't know you, don't like you, and don't trust you yet.
Yes.
It takes about 8 to 9 touches, 8 to 9 follow-ups consistently, staying top of mind for them to make that connection and then realize, okay, this is the person that potentially, if I make a move or somebody that I know needs to make a move, I'm going to refer them to. So
okay, sounds good, Mauricio. So let's get down to calling. We're going to talk about this more as well as we continue on. The format of this is I'm going to have a scoreboard here for those watching the video on YouTube. I would highly recommend you subscribe and like this content so you could get some more of this. I'm going to set the timer for today for 35 minutes as we want to finish this up in a timely manner, as we are real estate agents. Mauricio and I are very busy during our day. We have a scoring system for those of you watching for the first time. Anytime that we have a conversation with anybody, it's going to be worth 1 point. When you have a buyer lead, when we have a buyer lead, as far as our scoring system goes, it's 2 points. If you find a seller without an agent, that's 3 points. If you get yourself someone that, an email connection, email, it's going to be considered 4 points. And then appointment, which is the main thing, an appointment is going to be considered 5 points in our scoring database. I have the scoreboard ready to go here, so you'll be able to see that as you're watching this. And with that said, Mauricio, I'm going to go ahead and get this scoreboard started here. Let me go ahead and start this up.
Okay.
Very good. Last time we had this, Mauricio got surprised by the buzzer at the end of the video. Let's see what reaction he gets when the buzzer sounds this time. All right, we're running.
Okay.
Let's get dialing, brother.
All right.
And in between too, we also have in the screen, you can't see it, Mauricio, but here in the video, I do have the Mortgage News Daily tracker showing just the interest rates for the day, that, just to keep track of what's going on here. Right now, as of the 14th of June, today's the 15th, we were at 6.97 nationally here with the interest rates.
Not bad.
Yeah, depends on who you are. Some folks are like, that's a little out of my comfort zone. I'm going to wait a year or two.
Yeah, the thing with real estate is that you can't predict the future, right? So we don't know if that's going to go up or if it's going to go down in a year or two. So
exactly.
I tell all my clients, if you're prepared now, if you can afford it,
Mm-hmm.
you can always refinance in the future. If the rates do go down, you've already bought yourself a property. Because here's the problem, right?
What's that?
If rates go down, let's say hypothetically rates go down next year,
Okay.
what's going to happen? More buyers are going to flood the market, and so if inventory stays the same, if inventory doesn't increase, the only thing that's going to happen is the prices are going to just keep going up
Wow.
because you're now dealing with way more competition, right?
Right.
So now, if you have the opportunity to buy now and then you can always refinance in the future, that's probably the best option.
Right. Folks are going to start getting comfortable or at least used to these numbers, realizing that these numbers are not going to go down anytime soon. Now, we did have news this a couple days ago, wasn't it? Even yesterday, the Fed did choose to pause raising rates this time around.
Yeah.
But not guaranteeing the future time. I mean, it's probably going to increase again.
That's very true, man. We have no idea.
No idea. All right, keep going. I'm going to go ahead and start, I think, finger dialing this because I'm having a little issue with the dialer here. Just logging in here. All right, good stuff, good stuff. Calling expireds, those are the most motivated folks, but at the same time they could be more disenfranchised too because they have had an experience. I mean, look, they wanted to sell their house and they didn't.
Yeah, it didn't happen. So for whatever reason, they could have a bad taste of agents in general, right? Maybe the agent that helped them out didn't really help them out, didn't do what he was supposed to. And so that's what I like to follow up with, right? So the approach that I take, if the lead is willing to listen and carry the conversation, is I always ask, because I can guarantee 90% of agents don't do this.
Okay.
I always ask, what's the feedback that your agent was giving you on your weekly check-in call?
I like that question.
Like, I never had a weekly check-in call with my agent. We
Okay.
never. So boom, right there, I've already separated myself from the herd, right? So then I tell them, like, well, that's standard in my business. I'm surprised why they wouldn't do that with you, right? Then they start to realize, okay, not all agents are created equally.
Ooh, okay.
And then they kind of, the guards down and could potentially lead to a conversation and an appointment, right? So
Yes.
it's more about, how you present the solution to their problem, because it's already been presented before, but it didn't get, it didn't happen. So
I like that you're asking that question to, in a sense, cast doubt upon the previous failed system that they had. We're not about, trying to sow doubt and discord among agents at all. We're trying to, make sure the public in general has the best experience possible. And sometimes folks don't really take the job as seriously, or they don't put in the reps to be the best agent they can be. And so, hey, everyone's different, but we want to make sure that we work on our own craft and bring out the best for our clients.
Agreed, man. Agreed. It's a big disservice to the client at the end of the day if they're not getting the best service possible, right? And these people need our help, and that's why we make these calls, and that's why we want to get in front of them.
Yes, we do. Sounds good. It's crazy over here on my side. I'm having an issue with the logging in here, so I'm gonna make sure that I get my access to my data.
Thank you for calling Odessa Solutions. We understand your trade promotion challenges and help take the stress up.
Was that a company? Was that a?
I think it was a company, yeah.
Ah.
It's all good. I'm gonna keep going here.
Good stuff. Mauricio's getting on a good lead here, Luis.
Hi, this is Malia. Sorry I missed your call. Please leave me a message and I'll get back.
In the race, he's stuck tying his shoes in the starting line. That's what it is. Luis forgot to tie his shoes, and now Mauricio has a head start. He's running. It's all good, man. Here we go. Let's see if we can make a comeback here. Okay.
Hi there. I'm trying to reach the. Yeah, hello.
Yes, hi.
Hi. I don't know if I got the right number here. I'm trying to reach the owner of the property on Hawthorne Lane in Glenview.
All right, sounds good. Hopefully Mauricio's got a call going on. Looks like he is. So now we are here. Finally was able to get into the accessing my data. Again, the database is super important, especially if you're a real estate agent. Working the phones, making sure that you're staying on top of those folks that are in your database. That is exactly where you're able to, remind yourself of what's going on here with everything that you got in your system. You have a way to keep track of all the conversations you had. Obviously, as agents, we speak to lots of people every single day. You multiply that times 7 in a week, multiply that by 30 in a month. You have yourself a ton of conversations, and it's almost impossible to remember everything that you are going through. So it's important for you to have a way to just keep track of things, right? And in my case, make sure that your password is updated. So I'm going to go ahead and start calling folks here in my June database, folks that I've spoken with maybe months ago, weeks ago, days ago, that asked me to call them back around this time. So that's what I'm going to do right now. So I have this ready to go. Let me go ahead and sort this. I have a note-taking system. I'll probably do a video here on YouTube just showing how my database is organized. I believe that having a good organized system in your database also as an agent is helpful for you to keep track of this. Okay, so let me go ahead and make a call here. And the purpose of this also will be to fill up my calendar, right? As an agent, I want to make sure that I'm getting in front of folks and that I am talking to people in person, face to face. It's not always over the phone. It's not always just having a conversation. And that's that. I mean, if we are going to convert these leads and turn them into closings and getting a commission check at the end of the day, unless that person lives out of state, you're going to have to meet them face to face in person, go into their house, go into the place to do showings. And it's just a matter of fact, you got to just get out there into the world, into the houses. Otherwise, this is a river you have to cross in order for you to get to the promised land. You know what I mean?
It is a business of connecting with people and building relationships, 100%.
Yes, sir.
So it's inevitable that you're going to have to talk to people face to face, on the phone. So, communication is important, and how you present something is key to that process. I did get one contact there, Louis.
Perfect. All right, he's got a score. He's up ahead here with 1-0. Let's go. Making this exciting here. All right, finally, I got my shoes tied. I'm going to start running. All right. All right, here we go.
To your touchtone phone, please enter your PIN number.
I'm ready to go.
You are now logged into the Mojo Dialer.
I'm going to do the click to call. So I'm going to look at the profiles and then kind of catch up with the information and see who I'm calling.
Message for 70829.
So this one in particular is a buyer who's on the fence. He wanted to buy a specific property that I was doing a showing on. He approached me and I gave him a tour because it was the first time, but now we're in the follow-up phase of finding out what he wants to do as far as buying a house. We almost got him pre-approved. I mean, he was right there, but he was a little bit disenfranchised with not being able to catch up with that property because it went under contract. It's dialing, trust me. We don't hear the tone, but
I know that's the hard part about this is that you don't hear.
right.
Please leave your message for 708.
Hello.
Por favor, deje su mensaje para...
Hola Jaime, ¿cómo estás? Es Luis, el realtor aquí en Aurora. Espero que estés bien. Mira, aquí nomás estoy llamando para ver cómo están las cosas ya que se está poniendo mejor afuera. Tenemos todavía más de 90 propiedades por venta aquí en Aurora. Yo sé que sabes eso, entonces quiero que si ves algo que te interesa, déjame saber para que podamos ir a ver las propiedades, ¿ok? Ahí te veo. Pasa un buen día. Congratulations, that was a voicemail, which means you got yourself some advertisement going out. Very good. All right, I'm going to update my database. Just make sure that this time we got a voicemail. You're also using Mojo Dialer, right, Mauricio?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I love this tool. Let's see here.
Super easy to use. Everything's in one place.
Hey, Mauricio, I got an update for you.
I like how they changed the interface too.
Oh, nice. Yeah, they did change the interface. I'm still using the old traditional one. I'm an old school guy. I got an update for you, Mauricio.
Yes, sir.
Months ago, I went to your office and we did a CMA for a property in Zion. Remember that one? And
Yes.
and you asked me, hey, keep me updated with this one. I lost out on the listing because someone undercut me, right? They charged way less in commission, and then they charged overpriced the property. And you asked me to keep in touch with this one. So I searched for them, and they still have not changed the price. They are still active on the market for 61 days, 64 days now on the market. So yeah, I don't think this property is gonna sell for that price, bro. It's just not
Yeah,
gonna do it.
doesn't sound like it, man. So I would definitely say it's something to keep an eye on, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
if they have a listing agreement with an agent, that'll expire usually in 6 months.
Yeah.
And then that's fair game. You can reach out. You can see if they're willing to listen to the right person this time, you know?
I wonder how that conversation is gonna go.
Yeah.
Hey, remember me?
Unfortunately, unfortunately, that's the reality of. Oops, sorry, give me 1 second. I'm getting out.
For sure.
Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Yes.
Hi, is this the owner of the property on?
All right, very good. Got himself muted. Very good. Make sure I get that going too. All right. Awesome. All right, good stuff here. So he's making a contact. What I will do, I'm gonna make myself have a contact as well here. All right, this guy's name is Jeff. Let's call Jeff and see if he's looking to make a move here anytime soon. All I have here is information that says he's looking to make a move in spring of 2023. Well, technically we're in spring still. It's June 15th, just 6 days away from summer. So technically we're in spring still. Let's see what's going on here with him. This is my phone.
Hello, you have reached Jeffrey Connor. Thank you for calling. Currently, I'm not available.
Another
but
voicemail.
if you leave your number and a brief message, I'll get back with you very soon. Sorry for the inconvenience. Look forward to talking to you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
The mailbox is full and cannot accept any messages at this time. Goodbye.
Well, can't do nothing about that one. Except leave a text message. All right, so no contact. And this voicemail is full of my voicemail. I've been leaving voicemails ever since March. So it's been 3 months. All right, just updating my database here. All right, that's a no contact. All right, skip to the next one.
Your calling session is now complete. All records have been called based on your call settings and advanced filters.
All right,
To log out of the dialer, simply hang up your phone now.
there we
To
go.
start a new session in a minute, please press the OK button on your screen and follow the prompts to the call wizard.
All right. Let's see what else we got here. So I'm gonna go through my list, and let's call this guy. He's an investor. Just want to see if he's still actively looking for properties, and just have a conversation about it. Okay, that's exactly what we're gonna do right now. So let's see where he is. Got my notebook ready to go. A plain pad. All my notes are
Call
written
has
down
been
here.
forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
Voicemail.
63080222366 is not available. At the tone, please record your message.
These do
when
take
you
a long
finish
time.
recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options. To leave a callback
Of
number,
course.
press 5.
Anything else? Hey there, Eric. How's it going? This is Luis. I'm a realtor here in Aurora. Hey, just calling you to see if you're still actively looking to buy some properties here in the area. If you are, for sure, give me a call. Would like to know what kind of criteria you're looking for, what's the price range, and anything else that I can help you with. And I can even service you by looking for off-market properties. Just let me know if you're still active. I just want to update my database. Take care. Bye.
All right. I think I found a whale here. That's awesome. Okay,
No,
so
let's go.
this guy's property expired, came off the market.
Mm-hmm.
He's a tired landlord. He's got 7 other properties that he's selling.
Oh.
So
Whoa.
this is one of 7, right?
Yes, yes.
He says this one came off the market, but the other 6 are still on the market.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, text me your info. We'll set up a time to meet, and we'll see. Because he's like, he's not feeling his agent. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm telling you, man, some people just don't know what they're doing sometimes, and unfortunately, the people that end up losing out because of that is sellers, right? They're not getting the best service.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Very good. You got yourself a whale. So you did capture. That was a contact. So that was 1 point. You
I got
get.
a contact. I got his phone number and his. He's gonna text me the property information. He didn't want to give me his email, but he's gonna text me the property information.
Cool. So that's a seller. That's 3 points and one contact. So you got a total of 4 right here. So now you got 5 points in our scoring database. 5-0. We got 18 minutes and 50 seconds left here. See what other things we can do here. Congratulations on that, Mauricio.
Yeah.
All right, leaving a voicemail here. So since I didn't get a contact with him, I want to call him back next week. So I'm gonna update that to a 3. And I'll explain these numbers in another video of how I organize my Mojo system. I'm obsessed with like organization, bro, and making sure that all my ducks are in a row here in the database.
Love it.
Very good. Debbie, let me call her up. This one here, I found them in a open house, and I'm trying to find a way to sell the property. Now they wanted to buy a property with me. They didn't because they found another agent. I mean, they just went to a random house with a sign outside and they found the listing agent. So that was out of my control there. And then now I want to see if they sold their property. They told me, Louis, we're absolutely going to list with you. We love how hard you work, whatever. And I'm not lying to you when I say that. But now I want to see if they didn't forget about forget about Luis.
Nice.
Let's find out. I've been calling them ever since what? April, June. We are doing our work. You might forget about us, but we don't forget about you. This is what an aggressive agent looks like. Now, aggressive doesn't mean that we're picking up the laptop and throwing it around. Hello?
Please leave your message for
Some Debbie, how's it going? This is Luis, the realtor here in Oswego. I'm just giving you a call to see how everything's going. I mean, it's getting nice and warm out there. It's hot out there. A lot of activity out in the market. Wanted to make sure that you're not missing out on this opportunity here on your property in Elk Grove Village. Give me a call back when you get a chance. Just have a chat about what's been happening with you guys. And yeah, any questions, for sure, just reach out to me.
Hello?
Take care, Debbie. Bye-bye.
Hello, how can I assist you?
Yeah. Hi. Is this LaShawn? I got the right number here.
John?
Yeah. Hey, are you the owner for 4722 Congress?
Let's go.
No.
All right, very good. All right.
Got a wrong number. It's okay.
All right.
It's okay. We're gonna try another number here. See if that makes connection.
All right, there we go. Very good. Leaving a voicemail again here. Everything was so good in the beginning, but now we're getting ghosted. And that's fine. We have much more to do here.
Yeah, it happens. Part of
Please leave your message for... Yes, you reached the voicemail of Harold.
All right. I'm over here reading the comments here that I left for this potential client. I also met these folks at the listing that we had a few months ago in Oswego. They were looking to buy a property. They were one of the neighbors.
Oh, very nice.
Looking
dude.
to buy. Yeah, for
Those
sure.
are all your... Hello? Hey, good morning. Is this Eddie? Hey.
I appreciate that Mauricio knows how to mute himself. I'm trying to figure that out, how to mute him if I need to. Anyway, it's all good. We want to hear him when he speaks, but we want to protect the confidentiality of the people that we're speaking with. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and call this number. Obviously, any number we have here, if we are about to call them, hey, let's just follow the system and not delay in calling these folks, okay? So I myself will mute myself whenever I have a conversation, so that way we're protecting the confidentiality of folks around here. 14 minutes left. Let's see what we get. We are still here. See if we get a voicemail today.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
All right, we're definitely going to leave a voicemail,
6
obviously.
3 0 2 4 4 2 2 3 5 is not available. The mailbox is full and cannot accept any messages at this time. Goodbye.
That's our kryptonite there, huh? Can't leave a voicemail, so let's see here. As I type my notes for this particular one and update the database. Very good. All right, yeah. These are good ones for me to leave voicemails for, and I couldn't do that. Okay. I called this person about 10 days ago. Let me see if they're available for a call now.
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet.
Very good. Just logging in that I'm, making these calls. I'm committed to making sure that our folks here are getting their calls done on time, sticking to the schedule that we have here for them. We're professionals. We want to make sure nothing gets left behind here. Mauricio, what happened to your call?
All right. Got another contact. The property came off the market, but it's still under contract. But he thinks that the buyer's having problems because it was supposed to close May 20 something, he said. And it still hasn't closed. So he's going to call me back. He said, give me another couple weeks and I'll call you back.
Very good. Have any of these folks have said that they've gotten a lot of calls from others as well, or no? Have anyone complained?
Yeah. I usually brush it off, or I usually tell them, like, hey, it's bound to happen. It's part of the reality of the market. There's people out there that call.
You know what? It is what it is, man.
Yeah.
It's bound to happen.
I like to come in. I like to come in with the energy of like no pressure. Like I don't want them to feel like I'm pressuring them to make a decision with me or anything at the moment, right? So sometimes that helps keep their guard down. Just the tone of the voice too makes a big difference. So I like to keep it nice and nice and calm. Yeah.
No, man, I'm telling you, I told you last week too that you have this reassuring doctor's voice tone. Like you just come in there, hey, how's it going? Hey, you know what? Everything's fine. Everything's gonna be okay. And then you have all the lingo, all of the technical terms that I feel, if as a consumer, would give me assurance that, look, this doctor knows what they're doing.
Hi, is this Obed?
Obed speaking, yes.
Hey, Obed, good morning. My name is Mauricio. I'm a local realtor. How are you today?
That's good. I can help you.
Good. Hey, I don't want to take up too much of your time here. Just giving you a quick call because I noticed that you have that land there on Harding Ave for sale.
Well, I had it for sale. It's been taken off the market, yeah.
Oh, why was that?
It's a land. It's a two lot.
So it's 2 lots, okay. And you just took it off the market?
Yeah.
Are you no longer interested in selling it?
Kind of, yeah. I'm interested, but definitely anything for sale for the right price.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just curious why it came off the market. Was did your agent give you any feedback or anything like that? What happened there?
There we go. All right. All right. So we're gonna mute that one, even though it's getting nice and interesting, just for the sake of confidentiality. Finally, I found the button. But I'm sure that Mauricio will give us the synopsis of that conversation. And so what we're gonna keep doing is making this happen. All right, Mauricio, yes, he is making that call. I'm going to go ahead and do this. We got 10 minutes left. He's got the lead, and he's going to get more points right now here. But it's okay. Let's focus. Come on, focus. All right, so let's see here. This is going to be another conversation. Okay, great. What I'm doing here, again, is I'm doing follow-up calls in my database. That way I know that these folks are being checked up on. I mean, I spoke with them months ago, and I'm making sure that, once again, we're reminding them that we're busy in the market trying to, see if the general public is looking to make a move or if they're looking to wait. I mean, anything that they need to do, we're going to be right by them, by their side, and making this happen. The servicing of this starts even before a contract is signed, right? The exclusive buyer broker agreement and the exclusive right to sell listing agreement. All these things are done after the fact. Once we meet with them and we have all these agreements in place, then we sign. But even now, we're just keeping up with them. So I see Mauricio over there smiling. He's got another whale, it looks like. This is how it gets done right here. Just copy folks just like him, and you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Okay. Bobby. Okay, cool. Johnny. Okay, let me see here. I'll call him later because that's the phone number I need to call separately.
All right.
Look at this guy. What'd you get? Another
We got
whale?
Another one.
Another one.
So we got an appointment with this one, man. We locked in an appointment.
What?
Yes. He's selling a vacant lot. So it's just land.
Mm-hmm.
It's double lots. It's in Humboldt Park, so it's still in a improving, developing neighborhood.
Okay.
And he said, so I asked the question, I'm sure you heard it before I muted.
Mm-hmm.
I asked the question, what kind of feedback was your agent giving you, from your listing, like from the market?
Yeah.
And he's like, man, you know what? The agent I had was a friend, and I felt like they really didn't do in terms of help me properly sell the home.
Right.
So, I'm like, man, that's terrible. That's a lost opportunity there. So he's like, I asked him if he's still open to selling. He said, yeah, I'm still open to selling it if I got the right price for it and stuff. So he's like, can you meet me at the property and we can discuss? So, boom, there we go. So hopefully this turns into something. He actually also mentioned he was a broker, like before. He had his license. So he's like, I know the game. I know the real estate market.
Yes.
Unfortunately, he chose a friend over a knowledgeable and qualified agent to help him sell, and unfortunately the repercussions for that is he didn't sell it.
Right. I mean, even us as brokers, we understand, we talk to other realtors all the time as well, and we know internally in our minds that not every broker is built the same. They can all have smiling pictures on their profiles, on their business cards, but then when you speak with them or you see how frequently they communicate, how fast they are to respond, how well they price things, what kind of photos are they taking, what kind of descriptions they're doing, any follow-up work they do. I mean, I'm telling you, there's a lot of things that realtors do, but you can't really find all that from a business card or from an advertisement, a video on YouTube or on Instagram. Anybody can doctor those, they can make them look great. But the real litmus test is, when you actually get to speak with them. That's why I love calling, because right there, the tonality of your voice, the way you respond, the way you handle objections and questions and whatnot really does show whether or not you are the real deal or not. You're basically putting yourself out there like, look, everybody can say everything, but look, I'm up here, test me. I can do this for you. This guy here went with a friend of his, which is fine. Everybody has friends, right? We all want to be known, liked, and trusted. But at the same time, who knows how the work ethic is, how they wake up in the morning.
Yeah, you also want to provide the service. You don't want to, just rely on, hey, you know me, so use me, right?
Right.
A lot of times that's not going to happen. I've had people that I know work with other agents, and that's okay. That's just the reality of the market, right? But, if you do get that opportunity, take the opportunity and make sure that you can capitalize and deliver, right? That's the most important part.
No, I'm not going to list your property because I'm your buddy, but I'm not that diligent. So please choose another realtor, please. They're not going to say that. They're not.
They're not going to say that.
So Mauricio takes it upon himself to study. Even I myself, look, let me share with you one of the things I'm doing here. Anything that I don't understand yet, right? Whether it is through contracts or anything that can come up, objections or whatever, I study that. I wake up really early, 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning. I get in the computer and I start reading things. And whatever I learn, I try to teach that here through the YouTube channel. That's why it's important for those who are watching. Hey, subscribe to the channel because I will be sharing with you information that a lot of times is often overlooked. I'm proving to you that I'm studying. Mauricio is doing the same exact thing. He's very knowledgeable. He could write a book by himself, So that's what we're doing here. We're making sure that we are diligent about this. We've been doing this for years already. So
always there.
let's keep going. My Mojo Dollar's yelling at me saying, hey, call somebody. All right, let me call somebody. All right, Mauricio, we got about 5 minutes left in this session, and then we're going to wrap it up with some final thoughts that we had here for this video. Obviously, we still are going to continue to make calls or do what we have to do this week, this day.
Yep.
Oh, sorry, I didn't update your score. You got a total of 9 additional points here, so here we go. 8, 9. Yeah, 15. You're blowing me out today, man. 15-0 is the score. I like
I
it.
just chose a good list to call today. Like
The
I said,
quality.
motivated as they come, as expires and for sale by owners.
Yes, sir. heavyweight versus a lightweight today. No, but these follow-up lists are very, very useful. Hello.
Please leave your message.
My
for-
conversations today have been all with the voicemail lady. What's her name?
Right.
Giving her a name. Hola, hola, Víctor, ¿cómo estás? Es Luis, el realtor aquí en Aurora. Espero que estén bien hoy. Pero no, nomás estaba viendo aquí, veo que me has llamado antes para ver si estás buscando un lugar para rentar o quizás comprar algo en este mes, 2023. Déjame saber si todavía estás buscando un lugar o si quieres información en una propiedad por ahí. Aquí está mi número 630-777-4597. Víctor, gracias por su tiempo y pues ahí estamos en comunicación. Gotta brush up on my Spanish too. Okay. So now, I'll call them week 4 of June. And that's how we keep up with these dates. I spoke to him already. It's going through my list, clearing it up. You know how when you were a kid and you went to McDonald's and you were eating and then you saw the play place and the parents were saying to you, you know what? You can't go to the play place yet until you finish all your food. And even though it was McDonald's, they were like, no, I want to go play. And they're like, no, finish your food. In the same way for me here in my database, you know, cold calls and just talking to people, 100 dials a day, whatever the case is like going to the playground for me. I want to get out there and meet as many people, have fun conversations. Man, it's funny to me. You know, it makes me laugh. I laugh out loud when I hear people get mad at me and they yell at me. I'm like, I love this stuff, right? But that's the playground. My food right now, I have to eat this. I have to eat my follow-up list first before I can even play in the cold call playground. So that's where we are today.
100%, dude. Hello?
At the tone, please record your message.
Thought they picked up.
It sounded like it. Someone here said, Louis, you're definitely getting my business. You are really after it, he said, after I called him about listing his home. So, Tom, that was, when was this? Almost a month ago he told me that.
Hello?
Yeah, hello?
Yes?
Hi, good morning. Is this the owner of the property on 4th Ave?
All right, very good. I'm going to put him on mute. All right, let's call this person and see if we can get ourselves an appointment. At least hit a grand slam right before we finish this video. It's going to be 1 minute left. Let's see if we got a prayer going on here. Let's see. Come on.
No, that one. Yeah, she didn't want to sell.
Hello, this is Tom.
Tom, how's it going? This is Luis, the realtor here in Aurora.
Who is this? Hey, what's happening?
What's going on, Tom, man? Nothing much over here, just enjoying this nice day. How about yourself?
Automatic voice message system.
Yeah, I'm a little bit busy at work right now.
Gotcha, man. No, we're just making it quick here. I know that you're talking about, selling a property here. I've just been keeping up with you the last couple of weeks. Getting anywhere near getting that property listed or?
Not yet.
Not yet. All right. Well, I mean, when was the last time somebody had a conversation with you about getting this property sold?
What do you mean?
Yeah, I mean, if you want, maybe we can just set up a time, maybe this weekend or next weekend, and talk about listing the property or at least.
It's not ready. It's not going to be ready for another year.
Is that right? Okay, I will write that down here, and I'll keep this in my database,
All right.
man. All right, Tom. Thank you very much.
Excellent.
Yep.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. This is my angry face. This is my exclamation face. What are you talking about, right? Mauricio, I'm in shock right now. Somebody help me. This guy just 3 weeks ago said, hey, I'm really close to selling this. You're really on top of it. I want you to list it. And now today he says, I'm not selling this for another year.
Yeah, some people, unfortunately, they have a terrible gauge of time. And you'll learn that as you go through this business, man.
Yeah.
Like, I'll go meet with a seller. Oh, damn.
There it is.
I'll go meet with the seller at a property, and
Yes.
I'll ask them, like, hey, how old's the roof? They're like, oh, it's brand new. I replaced it 6 years ago.
Okay.
It's not brand new.
Yeah, yeah.
But they're like,
6
oh, yeah,
years
my
ago.
windows are brand new. I replaced them 10 years ago. No, that's, so
Yeah.
sometimes they just don't have a gauge for time. So,
Right.
just because he says he's ready next year, I would still stay on top of it, man. Maybe quarterly follow-up or every other month. Reach out, just check in, see how the progress is going.
Yes.
Make sure that if you have his email and his phone number, send them a market update every month. Let them know like, hey, this is what's happening. This is what's going on in the neighborhood. If you're
For
ready,
sure.
let me know type of situation, right? Stay top of mind. That's the goal.
100%.
When that time does come, right? When he is actually ready, he's gonna think like, all right, now I'm ready to sell. Who should I use to list my property? Boom, Lewis is gonna come top of mind first because he's the one that's been consistently following up, consistently checking in.
Now let's put those words in his mouth, right? But sure,
Sure.
100%. And man, it's a numbers game. Just because one person said, "Oh no," and someone can be deflated when the kind of things happen. I'm trying my best to look deflated, but it's not really happening because you really can't hold someone like Mauricio down, someone like me, because we have a bunch of others. If we lose one person out of our database, who cares? We're gonna get ourselves. Hey, if you stay long enough in this phone call session, I'm gonna find at least 5 more folks today. If we really stick down to it, list the property. So the world is just full of abundance. Mauricio, so did you get yourself a contact? Let's just finish off this massacre of the score. What did you get right
No,
here?
the last one I did not get a contact. No. Just so it was just the whale with the 7 properties, and then
That's right.
The seller that's selling the lot that wants me to meet him at the lot. So
Nice, bro.
two decent connections, couple voicemails.
Okay. Good stuff, Mauricio. Well, congratulations on this one today, my friend. You did make yourself available out there. You're speaking with folks and I'm sure you're going to continue to do so during the day. But just for this calling session, you did end up with a score of 15, and I got a good goose egg, 0. But it's okay because we're going to continue to grow. We got the word out there, and you never know. Even last time we had the game, right after we stopped the meeting, guess what? I spoke with an investor who's looking to buy properties anywhere cash from $100,000 all the way to $1 million. He said he's willing to look for properties. So that's what I'm doing. One of the services that we provide as realtors is that we are ready to, jump on the gun. We're looking at photos all day long. We're looking for the perfect property for our clients. We send them out. We're out there, actively trying to just broker deals, bring people together. So Mauricio, I mean, what big things you got going on for this week here?
So I've got 3 potential sellers that are doing some final upgrades to their, final touches to the property before we list them. So in the coming weeks, we should have a couple new listings on the market. And then I actually met with a couple new buyers, did a couple consultations yesterday.
Okay.
So, I'm just building my pipeline, making sure that I keep that revolving door going because I had 2 deals closed last week. So I would need to bring in 2 more to kind of fill their spot, right?
Yeah.
I always want to make sure that I have plenty of deals, plenty of revolving people coming in and out so that my business stays consistent.
All year long, huh? Even in the winter
Yeah,
time?
that's the goal. Even the winter time, man. That's when the hustle mode starts even more because less people are looking to buy. So you got to make sure that you really put yourself out there and market yourself as much as possible.
100%, yes. Get out there and market yourself as much as possible. Mauricio, thank you so much for joining me here with the live cold calls. It's really good for us as marketers, as real estate agents to get together. I mean, it's a lonely business for sure, but having others doing the same exact thing really does help out with our business. And thank you so much for those that did watch this on the video, even if it's a year from now, just because, it shows that you're looking to grow. If you're looking to grow, for sure, reach out to us here, and we will definitely love to give you some advice or some help. If you are also thinking about referring someone over to the Chicago area, reach out to Mauricio Lopez, give you some contact information when you request it. And obviously, we're out here ready for this to happen. Mauricio, any final words?
Yeah, man, there's opportunity everywhere. You just have to put yourself out there and capture that opportunity.
Yes.
I think we went over some numbers, something like, 8,000 or 18,000 properties sold last month in the MLS, in our local MLS, right? So
Yeah.
people are buying, people are selling, things are moving. You just have to put yourself in front of those people. How do you do that? By doing things like this, putting yourself in situations that you normally wouldn't put yourself to make sure that you can gain the advantage and grow your business. So nothing good happens in your comfort zone, right? Got to get yourself out of it.
Only gaining weight, I guess, if I'm in my comfort zone.
These calls, like, I'll be honest, I hate making calls sometimes. I really do, but
I get it.
It's a necessary part of the job, and it's the consistency that keeps me staying, a top producing agent, keeps me top of mind with my clients, and keeps my business successfully running, right? So, do I like doing it every single day? Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I hate making calls. Sometimes the rejection is just overwhelming, but it's part of the game, man. If you're not consistent with it, you're not going. You're not. Your business isn't really going to grow. So, consistency above everything.
Got it. Yeah, appreciate that consistency over everything, even if you don't feel like it. Words from the doctor himself here, Mauricio, the listing doctor. I'm gonna call you, man. Yeah, let's get it, man. I love this, and thank you so much for doing this. Hopefully, we do this in the future. I know for a fact next week, next Thursday, I will not be available in the morning. But if we can do it the following Thursday, we would definitely see to it. Okay, Mauricio. So let's update that calendar. Unless you want to host one yourself, we'll definitely get the word out there. What do you think?
I am down to do it in the afternoon if you're available in the afternoon next Wednesday or next Thursday.
Yes.
If not, we can figure something out. Okay. We can make something happen. Yes.
All right, sounds good. Hey, thank you so much for watching this video. Like and subscribe if you can, of course, and we'll be here next time for you. Take care. Thanks for watching. All right, Mauricio, take it easy, man.
Bye-bye.
Let's go. Good job. Good job. All right, congratulations to Mauricio. And yeah, with that, I will let you go as we stare off into space. Have yourself a great one, and we'll see you in the next video right here in the Luis Torres channel.